What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kakasa the Dragon Sage, and you guys got 100 likes. So this like goal will be 50 likes. I might just do a pattern like 150, 150. So yeah, so like goal for this for part 4 will be 50 likes. So yeah, this will be the Chunin exams begin. What if Naruto was Tobirama / Izuna Uchiha's grandson? Part 3. We left off. Instructors have just gotten selected. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Dan are on a team under the third Hokage as Orochimaru, Naruto, and I don't know, just some random person, I guess, is on a team with a random drowning instructor. So Naruto and his Genin team talk about their goals. It's Naruto's turn. Alright, kid, your turn. Well, my name is Naruto Senju. And I want to be just as good as my grandfather. I want to become just as powerful as him. Your grandfather? Who's your grandfather? The second Hokage. As then his Jonin teacher looks at him as he's like, you know, you do kind of resemble him, don't you? As Naruto's like, yeah, I guess so. As the man's like, well, good goal. Any likes or dislikes? Well, I love my girlfriend, Tsunade, and I don't dislike a lot of things. I actually am pretty friendly with everybody, unless you're just a straight up rude to me for no reason. Then I dislike you. As he's like, I see. Well, good goals, Naruto. Good goals and dislikes or whatever, Naruto. As they all do that, as then the Jonin instructor says, well, tomorrow we'll be doing a bell test. You will have to get these bells for me, but make sure you don't eat breakfast. As the Jonin instructor leaves, as Naruto's like, got me fucked up. Boy, I'm about to eat breakfast. Got me messed up. The next day, Naruto, well, actually, no, not even the next day. As Naruto's walking home, he feels somebody jump on his back as he looks, as it's Tsunade. As he's like, oh, hey, Tsunade. And she's like, so where were you about to go? Well, I was about to go back to my house. Hiruzen hasn't arrived yet. And then she's like, oh yeah, he's still at the Hokage's office. Not the Hokage's office, but he just, he's back there lecturing Jiraiya because he kept interrupting him. I see. Well, do you want to watch movies? And she's like, of course I do. There's Naruto's like, alright, let's go. Whatever, they watch movies as Naruto walks Tsunade home that night. She kisses him on the cheek or whatever, and she goes into her house. We go to the next day. Naruto wakes up pretty early in the morning. As he looks around, he goes into his kitchen. He looks left, he looks right. He's like, man, I'm about to eat breakfast. Buddy got me messed up. As Naruto threw down some pancakes, Buddy threw down some eggs with some bacon, with some sausage, with some hash browns. Buddy threw it down with cinnamon rolls. Buddy was like, yes, sir, I'm not listening to that dude. So Naruto ate breakfast, got all of his clothes on, and went to the training ground as he met Orochimaru. Him and Orochimaru were there first. Orochimaru's like, hello, Naruto. As Naruto's like, oh, hey, Orochimaru. As Naruto and Orochimaru will become good friends. As Orochimaru's like, our team leader and our other teammate will be coming shortly. As Naruto's like, great. He's like, great. A few minutes later, their teammate arrives. As it's a girl. As they say, hey, you guys. As Orochimaru says, hey, Kana. As Naruto's like, what's up, Kana? As Kana's like, hey, Naruto. Hey, Orochimaru. As Kana has a little crush on Orochimaru. Don't ask me why. I swear to God, don't ask me why. She just does. I think she likes snakes or something. He looks like a snake, I guess. I don't know. She has a pet snake at home, and he reminds her of her. I don't know. Anyways. As the Jonin instructor arrives. As he says, alright, you three, you guys will have to get these bells for me. As he holds up 2 bells. As the girls, as Kana's like, wait, but there's only two bells. As the Jonin instructor is like, precisely, the person who doesn't end up with the bell is going back to the academy as Kana gets scared. But Orochimaru and Naruto automatically see through this. As Naruto's like, fine. As then the Jonin instructor says, well, begin. As Naruto and Orochimaru kind of jump back into the forest. As Naruto's like, I have a plan. Orochimaru, Kana. As they're like, what is it? Well, as of right now, I have wood, ice, and explosion. I'm thinking if I use wood style to lure him backwards, and then another wood style to lure him into the air, I can use my new jutsu called the teleportation jutsu, or the body flicker. And if I can get behind him and get the bells off. But I'm going to need you guys to throw multiple shurikens. And Orochimaru, maybe use one of your snake lightning jutsus if you could. And aim it directly at him. As Orochimaru's like, okay, I understand. As Naruto disappears, body flickering. As he's now on the other side of the field. As Naruto runs through hand signs. As wood pillars come out of the ground right by the man, by their sensei, as it goes into the air, following him. As then the man jumps into the air, as the wood pillars are following him. As then Kana throws multiple shurikens at the Jonin, as he blocks with his kunai. As then Orochimaru was to the side of him with hand signs as he says, electric snake! As around his arm, a yellow snake wraps around his arm, and then it bites the sensei. As then the sensei is, freaking, what do you call it? He's, paralyzed. As Naruto is behind him, as he says, take this! As he punches its back, but as he punches it, an explosion happens. He didn't put that much chakra into it, because if he wanted to, he could have just freaking just incinerated this man with his explosion release. He could have just punched him and made his whole body just blow apart. But he just wanted it to do enough to where he would have like a little, not little, but be hurt, but still be able to walk. So he hits him with an explosion release punch as a big old boom appears, as the man goes flying down to the floor. As Naruto body flickers right behind him, taking the bells off of his, untying the bells off of him, as he's like, here, as he tosses one to Kana and, Orochimaru, as the sensei stands up, as he's like, you guys pass. As Naruto's like, glad to hear it, as he smiles. Okay. Now we do a time skip. After Naruto's team and Tsunade's team has done multiple missions, Naruto goes to Hiruzen personally by himself. As he's like, Hiruzen. As Hiruzen's like, what's wrong, Naruto? Well, as you can see, I'm doing well on money right now. But I want some more, because we've been doing a lot of missions. Right now, I currently have 100,000 Ryu. As Naruto's like, what's the highest rank mission you have? Why, it's a S rank, Naruto, an S1 rank mission. But only for the top tier Jonin of the Leaf Village. As Naruto's like, I'll take it. As Hiruzen looks at him with a stern face, as he's like, do you really think you'll be able to do this, Naruto? As Naruto's like, I know I can. I believe in my power, and I think you should too. As Hiruzen's like, I like the spirit. As he tosses Naruto a scroll. As he reads the mission details, he's like, alright, I'll be heading off. As he puts the scroll in his kunai pouch. As he runs to Tsunade's house, leaving a note on her door. And then he body flickers up into the air. Then he was just gone. As he was walking outside of the village. As Tsunade reads the note, she gets worried. But Naruto's going to be fine. Anyways, we go to Naruto. As he is just arrived in the land of rice paddies. As he's walking. As he senses something is not right. He's not sure what it is. But he just senses something not good. As then all of a sudden you look around him. As Naruto was surrounded by Uchihas. But these Uchihas, these were no ordinary Uchihas. As he looks at them, they all have a fully matured 3 Tomoe Sharingan. As Naruto is confused about it. None of them have the Mangekyo, only they have the 3 Tomoe. As they're like, if it isn't the little, what do you want to call them? The little monster. As they waited for Naruto to leave the village so that it was like Hiruzen didn't know about it, but they were spying on Naruto the whole time because of what he did. He killed the 5 Chunin in part, it was part 1, I want to say. So yeah, in part 1 he killed the Chunin, but, yeah, they're like, You're gonna pay for killing the Uchihas, you brat. As Naruto activates his 3 Tomoe and 2 Tomoe. As this kind of shakes them, they're like, he has the 3 Tomoe and a 2 Tomoe? As Naruto pulls out his sword. As if I said that there was, I didn't mean it. I meant there was about like 15 of them as they all rush Naruto. As Naruto enters the Taijutsu battle with them all. As he's dodging pretty well. As he jumps back using wood style as he's hitting them, but they keep getting back up. As Naruto's like, I'm going to need better jutsu. As he motions his hands, as then out of the ground, ice comes up. Ice goes through like 5 of them. As blood's on the back of the ice. As then Naruto runs towards one of them. As the man throws a punch at Naruto, as Naruto dodges. As he punches the man so hard in his stomach. And then a blast appears. As the man has a huge hole in his stomach from Naruto's explosion release punch. As then a man's rushing Naruto from behind. As Naruto sends a kick to his neck. As then the man's neck explodes. As then Naruto does a backflip. As he says, wood style, wood dragon jutsu. As then a huge wood dragon comes out of the ground, just wiping out all of them. As Naruto is huffing and puffing, as there was just one more. As this was their leader. As their leader was like, You will pay for what you've done. As he runs at Naruto. As Naruto closes his eyes. As he puts his hands together and focuses chakra to his hands. As nothing happened to his hands. But as the man gets to Naruto puts his laser to go. He does a direct punch right to the man's heart. As the man was confused. As he hit the man back, but the man was confused. And then a 3-second delay. A huge explosion appears. As the man's heart had just been blown out by Naruto's explosion release. As Naruto was like, wow, I don't know why that was. Why did they attack me? I understand that, but the Chunin that I killed attacked me first. That's no reason for them to be mad at me. Whatever. As Naruto continues on with the mission. As he arrives to the village that he needs to be escorting. He meets a princess. As the princess is whatever. Naruto really doesn't care. He's just going to complete his mission. As the princess is one of those. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so above you, you peasants. But she didn't say that to Naruto, but that's how she acts. Good thing that Naruto's quiet. He doesn't really care. Blah, blah, blah. They get rushed by a whole bunch of ninja, and Naruto just kills them all. It was an S rank because it was a princess, so he gets her to her destination, and then he goes back to the village as he gets paid for what he's done. As Naruto now has an S rank on his ninja card, he has 1 S rank, 3 A ranks, which he did for Hiruzen too, and then he has like 20 B ranks, 50 C ranks, and like 20 D ranks. So Naruto's ninja cards look pretty good for a 13-year-old. As it's nighttime now. As Naruto goes to his house and goes to sleep. The next day, Naruto wakes up. As it's Orochimaru at his door as he gets his stuff on. As Orochimaru says, Sensei, he would like to talk to us. And Naruto's like, alright, I'm coming. As Naruto locks up the door to him and Hiruzen's house. Oh yeah, if you guys forgot, Naruto still lives with Hiruzen. Anyways, as they go to the training field, they see Kana and their sensei. I'm gonna name their sensei Oko Sensei. What is it, Oko Sensei? I have recommended you 3 for the Chunin exams. As their eyes widen. This Chunin exams will be different to previous ones. It'll be much more difficult, but I feel like you guys will be able to pull through. As they nod their heads. Anyways. It's the day of the Chunin exams, which was like a day later. As Naruto and his squad walk into the building, as then he sees Jiraiya, Dan, and Tsunade. As Jiraiya's like, "Ugh," as he sees Naruto. As Jiraiya's like, "Hey, you!" As Naruto looks at him. As he's like, "I want to fight you. Fight me right now." As Naruto's like, "If that's what you want." As Naruto just closes his eyes. And then Jiraiya runs towards Naruto as he's like, "This is my strongest move. It could destroy this whole building." As Jiraiya runs through hand signs. As he says, "Sage art." And then Naruto just freezes him in a big ice block as he aims his hand right at him, freezing him in an ice block. As Jiraiya was completely frozen. As Naruto's like, "You're too annoying. Well, we gotta go. See ya." As Naruto just walks up the stairs saying, "I'll see you after the Chunin exam, Tsunade." As Tsunade says, "Yeah." As Naruto looks back when he's up the stairs and as he unfreezes Jiraiya. As Jiraiya's like, "Oh, where'd he go?" As Don's like, "You idiot. You're so stupid." As Jiraiya's like, "What did I do? He left. He must have been scared." Look at the ground. As Jiraiya sees ice everywhere. "He froze me." But ice. He can control ice? That's strange. Anyways, it's now round 1 of the Chunin exams. Everybody showed up. As they all take it. As Naruto was the first one to get done. As he turns in his paper. As he aces it. Yes, sir. So does Tsunade. Now. As all their teams pass. Except for some of them. But they're irrelevant. You go to the second run of the Chunin exams. The Forest of Death. As the teams are lined up. As the proctor says everything that he needs to say. As then he says, "Kill or get killed. You pick. If you don't want to get killed, then you better learn how to kill, and fast. There's no time for games in here. This is to become a Chunin. Do you understand?" As everybody nods their heads. As he says, "Well, you must come out with the Heaven and Earth scroll. You guys have till tomorrow. Now, go." As Naruto activates his Sharingan and starts body flickering. As Naruto's body flickering is so much faster when he has his Sharingan on. As he's just blasting through the forest looking around. As he can sense that somebody's trying to get Tsunade. As Naruto starts heading towards her direction. As Naruto does a front flip through trees. As then he sees that there's a team of 3 chasing Tsunade's team. As Tsunade's team is on the run. As Tsunade turns around. As she does some hand signs. As she says, "Chakra scalpel." As she runs towards one of them, chopping them in the neck. Cutting off all the chakra to their body. As Jiraiya and Dan kept moving. As then the two rushed Tsunade. As Tsunade took a fighting stance. As then out of nowhere, Naruto came down, falling on top of them. With his hands. As he chopped both of them in their neck. And then an explosion came out of nowhere. As Naruto chopped them in their neck with the explosion release. As their heads flew off. As Tsunade's like, "Who? No, Naruto?" Because she sees Naruto when the smoke clears. As Naruto's like, "Yo." As she runs into Naruto, hugging him, wrapping her legs around him. As Naruto picks her up. As Naruto's like, "You alright there, Tsunade?" As Tsunade's like, "Yeah, I am. Thanks to you, of course." As she puts her forehead on his forehead as they smile at each other. As he's like, "Well, you should probably catch up to your team." As Orochimaru and Kana arrive behind Naruto, saying, as Orochimaru says, "Lovebirds, you guys are so hilarious. I see you, Naruto. My boy." That's what Orochimaru says. And Naruto's like, "Yeah, what's up, Orochimaru? Kana, don't you guys I heard you guys talking. Aren't you guys going on a date later?" As Orochimaru's like, "Stop eavesdropping, Naruto." As Naruto's like, "Sorry, rare." Whatever. As Orochimaru was like, "Stop eavesdropping" type stuff, and Naruto's like, "Whatever." As Tsunade's like, well, after the Chunin exams, do you want to come over to my house for dinner? As Naruto's like, of course. Well, catch up to your team. As he puts her down. As before she leaves, he gives her a kiss. As she blushes, saying, "You're too much." As she smiles, and then she body flickers off. Not body flicker, but she poofs into smoke. As in, she was just somewhere else. That was the real her. She just did that jutsu where she does a hand sign and then she freaking whatever. As the people that Naruto killed had a Earth Scroll, as Naruto picked it up and puts it in his ninja pouch. As Orochimaru says, "Me and Kana, we got the Heaven Scroll." As Naruto's like, "Here, you guys go to the temple. I'm gonna trail Tsunade's team to make sure that they get all the scrolls they need." As Orochimaru's like, "Way to be a good boyfriend, Naruto." As Naruto's like, "Whatever, Orochimaru and Kana, just go." As they go to the temple, as Orochimaru says, "Yes, we will be waiting for you." Naruto's like, yeah, whatever. As Naruto blasts off after Tsunade's team, as he's jumping through the trees, as he sees that Tsunade's team is cornered by two teams that decided to team up. As the two teams are about to rush the team, as they're just sitting back to back. Jiraiya, Don, and Tsunade are sitting back to back. As Tsunade's like, "This isn't looking too good." As Don's like, "You think so? We're allowed to kill in this shooting exam, so I don't want to die." As all of a sudden, Naruto's hiding in the bush as he runs through some hand signs. As then wood pillars wrap around every single one of the three members on the team. From the wood pillars come out of the ground, wrapping around them as it's strangling them. As Tsunade realizes this is wood style and only knows one person that can use wood style. As then Naruto walks out of the bush. It does a front flip out of the bush, saying, "You guys seem like you needed help, so I thought I would come," as he smiles. As then he does some more hand signs. As the wood style pulls the kids under, not kids, whatever, pulls the people underground. As both of the teams were in the ground and died from suffocation. Tsunade's like, "Thank you, Naruto." As Naruto's like, "No problem." As Jiraiya's like, "I could have took him. I know I could have." As Naruto's like, "Whatever, loser. I'm going to the temple. Their scrolls are right there." As he points at the ground, pointing at heaven and earth. "The temple's that way." As he points, "I guess I'll walk with you guys." As Tsunade immediately runs to Naruto and jumps on his back, saying, "Let's go!" As she points towards the temple. As Naruto laughs, as all four of them begin to run, Naruto with Tsunade on his back. As Naruto's jumping tree from tree. As he's like, "How about we make this a little race?" As Jiraiya's like, "I'm always down for a challenge." As Don's like, "Okay, fine." As Naruto's like, "On your mark, get set, go." As Naruto body flickers. As Jiraiya's like, "Wait, what? Where'd he go?" As Naruto was already at the temple. As about 10 minutes later, Jiraiya and Don arrive. As they're like, how did you get here so fast with the Tsunade on your back?" As Naruto's like, "It was easy. I train every day, so I'm naturally fast, you know." As Jiraiya's like, "Whatever, you win." Naruto's like, "I know." As they all open their scrolls and appear into the Chunin exam hall. As there was just enough of them for them to be able to do Chunin exams right then and there, right away. So, as Naruto's like, "So now what? Are we going to do the real Chunin exams?" As he's like, "Yes, there is no need for a preliminary round. We will decide the matches when everybody arrives." As everybody arrives. As then he says, "The first match of this will be Naruto versus Kanahaki." Kanahaki was a prodigy from the Hidden Cloud Village. Or, yeah, I'm gonna just say, nah, he's going up against the third Raikage. I'm gonna say, yeah, because that makes sense. Wait, would it make sense? Never mind. He's going up against A. Naruto versus A. Let me just say that. As this was a black kid from the Hidden Cloud Village. Anyways, As A's like, I will beat you in honor of my father. As Naruto's like, yeah, whatever. Keep thinking that. That's when the practice says begin. A is behind Naruto. As Naruto notices that he's the fast type, Naruto immediately dodges his attack, giving him a swift kick to the stomach, sending him up into the air. As Naruto runs through some hand signs. As wood pillars go out behind Naruto. As they're going right in the air towards A. As A quickly moves out of the way, as then he's running at Naruto. As Naruto says, ice release, as he's moving his hands. As sharp ice shards are coming out of the ground really fast. As then Naruto motions his hands up, as a huge ice wall appears out of the ground. As Naruto's like, okay, that must not be enough then, huh? As A just punches right through the wall. As Naruto activates his Sharingan. But now Naruto has 2-3 Tamois. As A is trying to punch Naruto, as Naruto's just dodging. As then Naruto's like, perfect. As he sees an opening, as he punches A right in the chest. As then a huge explosion happened. As A went flying back, crashing into the wall, cracking it, creating a huge impact. As A falls down slowly. As there's a huge gash on A's neck, a cut open wound. Naruto didn't even put that much energy into it. As Harrison's like, the winner is Naruto Senju. As Naruto smiles. Whatever, everybody goes. And as then he's like, now, the third Hokage has decided that there will be allowed to be 5 people that become Chunin. And those people are Naruto Senju, Tsunade Senju, Jiraiya, Dan, and Orochimaru. They will become the Chunin this time, but next time all you guys other guys can try next time, as those 5 have became Chunin, all the ones that I just said. As Naruto's like, well, that was a good Chunin exam. Tsunade's like, yeah, it was. Well, are you gonna keep your promise? As Naruto's like, yes, I will keep my promise. As they go to Tsunade's house for dinner. That's when they arrive. Freaking Nowaki. Bro, I've been calling him Milwaukee, bro. His name is Nowaki. I'm out here tripping, bro. Nowaki says, big sister, Naruto. As Naruto smiles. As she thinks Nowaki is running to give her a hug as he runs right past her, giving Naruto one. As Naruto's like, dang, okay. As he hugs him back. As Tsunade's like, you little brat. As he's like, what? As she's like, you give him a hug before your own sister? Well, he is, whatever. As he gives her a hug. As she smiles. Don't forget, I made him only 3 years younger, so yeah. As Tsunade's like, Mom, Dad, I'm home. As they come downstairs. As they were just watching television. As they're like, oh, Tsunade and Naruto, how did the Chunin exams go? As they show them their new headbands, as they have all black, they have a black band instead of a dark blue one. As they wear a black headband with the Leaf Shinobi sign. Me, Tsunade, well, Tsunade says, me, Naruto, Orochimaru, Dan, and Jiraiya have become Chunin. As they're like, congratulations, we must celebrate. As then they all eat dinner, have a little party type stuff. As their parents are like, Naruto, you should stay over tonight. It's kind of late, you know? As Naruto's like, you guys don't mind? And she's like, of course not. You're dating our daughter, the mother says. As Naruto looks at Tsunade, Tsunade's smiling, saying, yeah, you should. As Naruto's like, fine, I guess so. As Nowaki says, yeah, we could play the game. As Naruto's like, yeah, of course. I brought mine too. As he shows Nowaki his backpack. As he's brought a little portable TV type stuff, like a decent sized TV. And his game system. As he hooks it up next to Kawaki's. As they play the game for a little while. As it's getting late at night. As Nowaki falls asleep on his bed playing the game. when he fell asleep with the controller in his hand, as Naruto looks back saying, "Bruh, revive me, bro, revive me." As he notices that he's asleep, as he turns their game systems off, as Tsunade walks in right when he turns them off saying, "Are you guys finally done?" As she smiles, as Naruto walks over to her and picks her up. As he's like, "Yeah, we're done." He's asleep. As he puts the covers over Noaki, then walks out. As he goes up to Tsunade's room, as they lay down and fall asleep. The next day, Naruto gets a message from the fire temple. As Naruto's like, what the fuck do they want? As it says, "We would like to train you, young Naruto. We have gotten word that you are very strong, and we would like to train you to use the gift of the sages." As Naruto goes to talk to Hiruzen about it, as Hiruzen's like, "Yes, Naruto. The only sad thing is that it would take 3 years." As Naruto's like, 3 years? What the freak? And Naruto's like, 3 years? That's over half of my childhood. I know. They might be able to cut it down to 2, depending on how hard you train. As Naruto's like, oh, fine, but I have to tell Tsunade somehow. As this is all for plot convenience. You guys will see. As Naruto goes back to Tsunade's house, as he tells her, as she begins to cry into Naruto's chest, as Naruto's like, "There's no need to cry." As she's like, "What if you forget about me?" As Naruto's like, "I won't forget about you. I'll make sure to bring my phone so we can FaceTime every night." As Tsunade plans to call Naruto every freaking second that he's gone. As Naruto makes sure to pack all of his stuff up. He packs all of his stuff up at his house as he tells Tsunade farewell. As he says, "I'll see you in 3 years, I promise you," as he smiles. Well, you guys, that's going to be the end of part 3. For part 4, 50 likes, and I'll drop it. Yes, sir. Dragon said, "Gang, we out here, John."